Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Gosh, I'm totally off frame. There we go. How's everybody doing today? This is exciting. We've had a record on the channel for most songs submitted before the stream begins, with a record 101 submissions from you guys. My goodness, it's good to see you guys. The intro music was from our resident group chatters, from King Sethos. This is a King Sethos song. It's actually incredible. And then the first one was from Ronnie Newhouser. Thank you guys for throwing some music at me for the beginning of the stream. If you want to submit one of your own personal songs that you've recorded or that you had a hand in the recording of, you can email me at isaacbrownmedia.com. That is isaacbrownmedia, MEDIA, @gmail.com, and I will play your music at the beginning of the stream. Anyway, so as is the record amount of submissions, this might also be the least amount of songs I've ever played on a stream, unfortunately. We might have to do a part 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 of this because you guys are really excited for the whole prog rock thing. And just to start this video off, welcome. Today we're tackling prog rock. I am completely fascinated by the concept of prog rock because my understanding of it is rock players decided that they wanted to have an equivalent of jazz. And so all these incredible musicians got together and we're going to make a rock subgenre called prog rock. And it's basically jazz rock craziness, time changes, fascinating songwriting, really long songs, and things like that. And so listening to prog rock with you guys on this channel has been some of the most fascinating music I think I've ever heard in my life. From Genesis to Jethro Tull, it's just, there's so many incredible songs that I've heard. Yes, oh my gosh, the band Yes. Some just amazing stuff. And I am super excited to tackle this with you guys today because there's just some, it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you guys are ready, let's get the first song up there. From as submitted by Freak Robacker. Interesting to start. We're going to start off with some Frank Zappa. Inca Roads by Frank Zappa. They say that this is one of Frank's most accessible and complex songs that best exemplify why he is a legend. Okay, let's just jump right into it. For some reason, Frank Zappa is always like he's always a contentious subject on this channel. I know you're somewhat of a composer, so I challenge you to compose a prog rock version of My Ting-a-Ling. Whoa. I actually like the vocals. Since you hit 20,000... Hold on, what? Yankee Boy number 7 with a $10 super chat. Since you hit 20,000 likes on Revolver, here's $10 to get you started towards your sitar. No way. Wait, hold on. I have to check that. I said if I reach 20,000 likes on my my video on Revolver, that I would buy a sitar and learn to... Hold on. I just need to I'm going to go see if that actually made it. Listening to... Is this the Revolver? Oh my gosh, it did hit 20,000 likes. I don't think I've ever had a video hit... I mean, I think I've had some videos hit 20,000 before. Wow. All right. I guess I'm buying a sitar. That's exciting.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my entire life.
Dude, I thought you said this was their most accessible song. Is this actually their most accessible song? This is... Who's singing? Whoa. This is fusion, not prog. This counts as prog. I've never heard a song like this. George Duke is singing? I love George Duke. He's amazing. He passed away in 2019? Sad to see him go. Yeah, Inca Road is not accessible. I didn't think so. This is... I'm actually going to admit that I do like this song. Oh my gosh, I just... You guys are... You guys are like, your weird fascination with death is wearing on me, and I just literally announced how George Duke died. Wow. Okay. One of Zappa's albums is called Jazz from Hell. That's actually such a great name for an album from Zappa. I love this groove. It's very George Duke. Zappa is weird for weirdness' sake. Yeah. Is this Zappa on guitar? This drummer is amazing, by the way. Love 2-chord vamps for soloing. Actually, a good, like, slow 2-chord vamp. 3 chords if you have to. So fun. Yeah. I want to see where this goes. This is a really long solo. I picked this for its accessibility and adventurous. Thanks. Good. Are we only playing 5 minutes of each song? I'm gonna vote. I'll put after 3 minutes, I'll start a poll. Next song. And you guys can vote. I think. Would you guys agree that that's fair? Crystal Deuter says, with a $20 super chat, thank you so much. I suggest you reach out. I suggest you search out the History of Rock Blackboard from School of Rock. One could quibble details, but it could give you a good picture of what feeds into what. Also, extra for sitar. Thank you. All right, we'll start a goal for the sitar fund. All super chats on this stream go towards the sitar. Alright, you guys voted. Next song. Okay, let's talk about Zappa for a second. First, let's rank this song. Let's just rank it from the perspective of prog itself, because I don't think you can really compare prog rock to any other genre of music. It is its own thing. So you kind of have to 1 being the worst prog song you've ever heard, and 10 being the best prog song you've ever heard. What are we ranking it? I'm not super experienced with prog, so I'm just going to say I'll throw a 7 out of there. I'll throw a 7 at it. I actually enjoyed the song. I liked the instrumentation. Oh my gosh, Darwin, thank you for the 20. New to this stuff. Also for the 20. My goodness, you guys are gonna fund the sitar, and it's like $400 or $500, so it's doable. We'll grab one for sure. Wow, there's a lot of middle of the road. I stopped at the best part. Sorry. I don't know. I think this is a good song. I actually really enjoyed that, and I kind of want to tackle. I'm gonna tackle Zappa on the channel for sure. Oh my gosh, you guys keep coming in with $20 super chats. That's crazy. Ray from MN says, "Happy New Year's, Isaac. Sitar Fund donated in." You guys are so sweet. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be fun. I use these kind of instruments in my music a lot. I use all kinds of Middle Eastern instruments and stuff. The duduk, the baglama saz. Just different percussion stuff, things like that. Why do people keep talking about Joe's Garage? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Anyway, Zappa. We're going to tackle him on the channel. So let's keep going. Okay. Let's do the next song. Okay, Captain Beefheart 69, Yours Is No Disgrace by Yes. They said, it's the song that initially made me aware of Yes. Love the harmonies, melodies, bass line, texturing, and tempo changes. Still an amazing song 50 years later. It boggles my mind that some of this music is 50 years old because it's so good. It's so good. Carry the photo shooter. Go to Sitar World. Where do you even buy a sitar? You can order anything on the internet. Absolutely anything on the internet. Does not matter. Just search it. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. To George Harrison and Ravi Shankar Proud, $20 super chat from Kathy, and then $10 super chat from Sarah towards your sitar fund. You guys are amazing. We're going to do this. All right. No, what the heck? Not a Coco Melon song. All right, let's do this. Oh my gosh, Tune North. When I was in grad school for a master's in composition, I was in a survey course on the music of Frank Zappa. I was in the very first class and wrote my final paper on Thingfish, which was a Broadway musical concept album. That's so cool. Sometimes I wish I went to college for music. Sometimes. Shuna Lala joining the sitar celebration. Cassandra, I bet you have the sitar funded before we're done here. That would be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised, but that would be amazing. All right, let's do this. Prog rock breaks my mind. Like, if you don't read music, please play your sitar for us when you learn it. I'm going to do an entire video learning the sitar. Oh, excuse me, guys. Learning the sitar. Thank you, Breathalyzer, for the $10. All the best to you, too. Again, I don't know how people play this kind of music without reading sheet music. Angela for the $20 super chat. Sitars are us. Oh, I love it. You guys are amazing. I love organ that sounds like this. Actually, it's a really tasteful organ sound. Sometimes organ can be a little harsh and brash. This sounds really nice. Ooh, some synth work. Early 70s synth stuff. Love that. Ooh.
Yesterday a morning came, a smile upon your face. Caesar's palace morning glory.
$10 for the sitar fund and $10 for the conga fund. Oh my goodness. Magic Steel, $25 to expand your musical skills. We are going to actually... Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. I work for one of the largest music stores in the U.S. Contact me and I can get you an additional 20% off on a sitar if you want. Please email me. And also, you guys could sponsor this channel if you want. I don't have a music supplier sponsor. I like that there's vocals. Prog rock with vocals is a happy thing for me. The bass is really cool. Ooh. I like the slightly rockabilly sounding guitar. Put it toward a sitar pillow. Jane Affleck, or G-N-A-F-F-K. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can't wait to see you play the sitar. Oh, a sitar pillow. Ray from MN, $50 super chat. Holy cow! Not for the sitar. This is for for a comfy cushion to sit on while you're playing it. You guys are amazing. Not a fan of their vocals. Really? I love these vocals. You know what? My sister married an Indian guy and an Indian American guy. He's going to flip when he sees the sitar in my studio. They come over all the time. That's going to be really funny. I should film his reaction. Steve Howe, he's the guitar player for Yes, right? Had a slightly southern style. I can hear that. Ooh. Vote to go to the next song, yes or no? George Harrison didn't know how to play the sitar when he played on Norwegian Wood. Really? I think I remember... By the way, you guys voted no to end the song, which I am happy for, because this song is great. It sounded really good. It sounded a little bit like... I would say it sounded like a little bit more of a... Sorry, I'm really enjoying the sound of this guitar here. Aileen Squirrely says, sitars are so cool. Love the fact that you're learning about the music I grew up with. Thank you for the 20, and I'm enjoying your music so much. This is so cool. People said yes only because they remember the name of the band. I can't. That's great. This tune sounds great on headphones. Actually, this song sounds really cool on headphones because of the use of panning. Panning is a really effective left to right, like automating the left to right. It's really an effective effect on headphones specifically. It works with like a pair of speakers, but on headphones, it's a whole nother thing. Linda Richards for $10. How can you tell if a sitar is out of tune? Is this a joke? Is there a punchline? Or is it just literally, it's probably an impossible instrument to tune, and I'm so excited for that to be part of the video. It's going to be hilarious. You guys, listen to this guitar solo. This is amazing. was one of my favorite guitar solos on rock ever. It was so jazzy. That's probably why I liked it. Sounded like a Pat Metheny solo or something. Isaac, you should go through Close to the Edge and Fragile in their entirety. I agree. We need to tackle some Yes on this channel officially. The drums. So good. Yours is no disgrace. Yours is no disgrace. I felt that key change happening. Sorry, not key change. Tempo change. My cousin plays entire Yes albums note for note on guitar. You gotta have some sort of obsession to be able to learn entire songs from these kind of bands. It's insane. Whoa, TCB says, my dad had a huge prog rock vinyl collection, about 500 albums. I have it now. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I'm hearing the what's the song that I always skipped? The one with the cool bass line. But I'm hearing that same sound here. It's the same bass tone. Where's Joe, bro? Joseph is still in Texas. He's out of state right now. Ravi Shankar tuned his sitar in front of a Western audience. When he was finished, he received thunderous applause. What the heck was that? What was the roundabout? Sorry, yes, that's the song. It has the same bass tone and some of the same sort of like rhythmic stuff as. I wonder if Joe can handle prog. I don't think Joe has ever listened to prog rock. He's an incredible jazz pianist. You guys don't even know how good Joe is. Like he's so good. Way better at me than piano. What the heck was that ending for this song? How did that? I don't know what that was crazy. I enjoyed the heck out of it. All right, 10 being best song you've ever heard, 1 being the worst song you've ever heard. What are we ranking it? What are we ranking it, ladies and gentlemen? This watch is too tight. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's so much better. The white Casio F91W on the wrist today. A lot of 10s, a lot of 9s, a lot of 8s. That's where I think it should be. I'm going to go with 8 because I think Yes has some... When it comes to prog rock, I like riffs and melodies that I can like latch onto and remember. A lot of prog rock is just like just gates of melodic nuttiness just opening up on you and you're just kind of drowning, and that's not my favorite thing in the world. My favorite thing in the world is really when a band just like has some riffs that go throughout the song that you can really latch onto. So I'm throwing an 8 at it. It was incredible, actually. Really cool music. Really cool. Thank you, Stegmon. Sorry, not Stegmon. Captain Beefheart 69 for the song. Let's keep going. Okay. Okay, Andrea Fulton Higgins. She is one of the OG group chatters She's been around since the very beginning. In the Court of the King of the Crimson King by King Crimson. Didn't we not already do this song? I don't remember. Anyway, she picked the song, the progressive band that rearranged my mind in that iconic year of 1969. Fantastic out-of-body experience with soaring musical chops. Their live shows were just as provocative as their studio work. That's amazing. Kilroy was here, says, you should react to Yes's Relayer album with Joe. The keyboardist on that album, Patrick Moraz, is a jazz keyboardist, and there's lots of jazz fusion elements on. Yeah, we could totally do that, and I bet Joe would love that. He would absolutely love that. We should definitely introduce him to some prog rock. All right, we're gonna call it there. Andrea, thanks for the song. I love that like fake ending and then to the Mellotron solo. Iconic. I love that. Okay. Let's do the next song. And by the way, if you're just joining, we are tackling prog rock. I had you guys fill out a form where you pick a song, your favorite prog song, and we're tackling at random as many as I can at this for this stream. And any super chat that you guys send in goes to the purchase of a sitar, because you guys, I got 20,000 likes on the Revolver Beatles video, and I said if I got 20,000 likes, I'd buy a sitar. So I can't believe you guys did that. That's insane. Any super chat goes to the sitar. Oh yeah, we're ranking. 1 being the worst song you ever heard, 10 being the best. There's a lot of 10s, a lot of 8s, and a lot of 9s. I would throw. I liked the song. Is it my favorite prog song ever? No. I would give it a 7 out of 10. 6 or a 7 out of 10. A lot of you guys would. I thought I'd do some work tonight, but nope. Haha. And congas? Fine. We'll throw some congas in there. If you guys can, if there's anything left over, we'll buy the congas. Anyway, wow, how many people are, there's a lot of people. Wow. Yeah, we're at almost 1,000 concurrent viewers right now, but you guys are chatting like crazy. How many likes for a Moog? Oh my gosh, what Moog? Like what specifically? Which one? Partially regretting my song choice. Kind of should have done my thing and picked a modern prog song, lol. But mine is still fun when you get to it. Sitar, $5. Thank you, Cam. And Gypsy Gems, welcome to the group chat. All right, let's do this. KC2PXP, which is a ham radio call sign. Oh my gosh, ham radio nerds. My people. I'm not a ham operator, but I'm like a passive enjoyer of the hobby. That's great. Hold Your Head Up by Argent. This song came out the year I was born, 1972. It has great singing, guitar, and keyboards with a catchy hook. Cowbell doesn't hurt either. Never does. He sings Hold Your Head Up, Woman. I recall Argent saying the song was sung in support of what was then called the Women's Liberation Movement. Sweet. Love some liberation. Hold Your Head Up by Argent. This song's only 6 minutes, so you can maybe play the whole thing. Moog. It doesn't matter. Moog. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is prog. The rating, especially for prog, should go up to 11. Yep, Spinal Tap 11. We're going to be doing that. Is this prog? I don't know. Argent is not prog. Great song, though. Great, but not prog. Okay, if you guys can agree, only marginally prog. Okay, let's. It sounds proggy. Okay, I think there's enough of you saying it's not prog that we'd have to skip. I agree. If it's not prog, it's not part of this stream. Sorry, KC2PXP. We're going to have to skip. All right, next song. Let's do... Okay. Cam. It's Cam. Just sign their name. It's Cam, of course. Benny the Bouncer by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Short, sweet, and to the point, and a little silly. It's a lighter song from them and always made me laugh before the intensity that is the later half of Brain Salad Surgery album. And I promise not giving you a 10-minute song here. It's pretty much ragtime. I love that. There's a song from Dream Theater called Dance of Eternity, the heaviest, metaliest prog rock you've ever heard, and then it just randomly goes into ragtime. It's the funniest thing. Incredibly talented, but like crazy. Yeah, I remember listening to a song from Brain Salad Surgery. Nutty.
Benny was the bouncer at the Pallady Dance. He slashed your granny's face up, given half a chance. He'd sew you back to pieces, all for less than half a quid. He thought he was the meanest until he met with Savage Sid. Nasty he was a greaser with some nasty boots. He pulled a pint of Guinness over Benny's boots. Benny looked at Sydney, Sydney stared right back in his eye. Sydney chose a switchblade and Benny got a cold meat pie. Oh, what a terrible sight.
This is amazing.
People's delight. What hell of a fight!
There's a bar fight happening in the background. That's so funny. Modern music takes itself too seriously. 100% agree. This is funny. I love the drum. I love the groove behind it. That's a really close mic snare drum too. This is the worst song on the record. I disagree. This only makes sense in the context of the album. No, this makes all the sense. This makes all the sense. Ragtime was the prog rock of the 1800s.
From the wreckage of their playing bits. They tried to stick together all the bits that would fit, but some of it was missing. The bomb never arrived too late. So now he works for Jesus as the bouncer at St. Gay.
Oh my gosh. I haven't heard the record. I've listened to one entire song from Brain Salad Surgery. It was like 10 minutes long. It was insane. I managed to hear King Crimson. Yay. That was amazing. 11 out of a Spinal Tap 11 for that song. What are you guys ranking it? I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch of 11s and then there's going to be a bunch of like actual rankings of like 1, 2, or 3. I love that. I had to turn the volume down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the volume's a little nutty on these songs. Prog rock can be pretty dynamic. Oh my gosh. That was fascinating. But I liked it. I like short, sweet songs that do a thing and then get out of its own way. That was perfect. That was perfect. I love that. Interesting song, though, for sure. Definitely an interesting. Ragtime, what was the origin of ragtime? Because it sounds like it's like bar music, right? Like slightly detuned piano, just kind of goofiness. But people took it seriously back in the day, yeah? I would think so. I would think so. All right. Yeah, Spinal Tap 11 is a special category. That's true. That's the worst song on the album. Guys, it's not a bad song. That was incredibly fun. Anyway. All right, next song, Subspace 66 asks for the song Baby's on Fire by Brian Eno. They said, I love the guitar solo offered by Robert Fripp. The track highlights the experimental sounds of the 70s and the fearless boundaries in the space back then. That's actually exciting. I like that. Let's do this. That's about the most prog rock intro I've ever heard.
Baby's on fire. Better throw her in the water. Look at her laughing like a heifer to the slaughter. Baby's on fire.
Prog is not fun. Exactly. Prog isn't for having fun.
Waiting for photos. Oh, the plot is so bewitching.
prog, guys.
There's some assistance to the object.
This sounds so prog.
Snip, snap. Take your time, she's only burning. This kind of experience, it's necessary.
What are these lyrics about?
Learning. If you be my flotsam,
What the heck is a
I could be
flotsam?
half the man I used to. They said you were hot stuff, and that's what babies been reduced
Experiment
to.
prog? That's just regular prog. Ooh. Prog is for challenging your brain and making your brain happy. That's fair. This is a great solo. The guitar tone is so good. You have to dive into art rock. What is art rock? I don't know what art rock is. Hold on, I need to roll another one. We'll wait for you. Alright, we're 3 minutes in. I would say this doesn't have the core of what I believe prog rock to be, which is time signature changes, interesting chord patterns, like switch ups in the songwriting. Brian, welcome to the group chat. It's good to have you. Art rock is maybe more mild prog with standard rock structure. Alright, skip song. That was interesting. I enjoyed that. I feel like it was a little bit unproggy for this stream. I think we definitely need some more progness, if you know what I mean. I would rate that song, okay, if it wasn't for the guitar solo, it'd be like a 2 or 3, because the lyrics and the vocals didn't really catch me. The guitar solo tone and like the way it worked, I did like that. We'll throw a 5 or a 6 at it. 5 or a 6 for the old Babies on Fire by Brian Eno. By the way, if you guys I accidentally started the stream without setting the latency to low. It's on normal latency. So it's like the disconnect between chat and the actual stream is a little bit long. It's a couple, like 10 seconds or so. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, all right, up next. This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us by Sparks from 1974. Bookhouse70 says, I think humor and fun is missing from a lot of prog rock. The Sparks is fun, plus I spent decades of my life not realizing who was singing this song. Great documentary about Sparks and the brothers Mael, Ron and Russell out there too. Fun. I like fun. Fun is good. What the heck is... What is this? Oh, okay, there's like... my brain played tricks on me with that album cover. Very prog intro. First contribute to the Mellotron. No, we're doing sitar first. Whoa. Not prog. Guys, this sounds proggy to me. We've already had a tempo change and a time signature change. Crystal, yes, the laptop is plugged in. Thank you. Oh, this is very prog. Maybe a little bit more poppy, but like... Oh, this is so proggy. I love it. This is so fun. The vocals are killing me though. It's like it's interesting. I think you guys are all categorizing a little too much. I think this definitely counts. It's rock. I'm going to call this rock. Time changes, interesting chord structures. That's good enough for me. That was awesome. I loved everything about that. All right, 1 being the worst prog song you've ever heard, 10 being the best prog song you've ever heard. What are we ranking it? What are we ranking it? I thought that was really fun. I like the actual. One complaint I had with the song is I didn't feel like the drums punched hard enough. I wanted some heavier drums, but you know, once again, take your super opinionated chat with a grain of salt. The boundaries between genres are super fuzzy and gray, and a lot of the time, yeah, I agree. I actually disagree completely. I take everything group chat says incredibly seriously. So say what you mean and mean what you say. Not prog. If I judge it as prog, it's a 2. Okay, you're just whatever. That's not fair. It's not fair, but that's fine. You can have your opinion. I've never heard of Sparks, but whatever that was fun. I agree. That was fun. I am opinionated, but I agree. Yes. All right. I won't be able to sleep if we don't hear Moody Blues. I'm sure there'll be Moody Blues in here somewhere. You guys love your Moody Blues. All right. Let's keep going. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm just pausing for a second because I know that if we have enough space in between the songs, we can get by with the copyright thing. So this is me filling the space, giving a couple minutes. Wait, that was a dude singing? No. There's no way. Don't agree. There's no way that was a dude singing. Because there's 2 ladies on the front there. And so it makes it sound like whatever. Anyway, all right. Up next, Gimme Some Lovin' by Traffic, 1971. Michelle Comer says, Stevie Winwood has been underrepresented so far in your music quest. It has congas. Let's do this. Ooh, live? Ooh. Unicycle says that track was good, but more like art punk glam, like early Queen meets early Bowie meets Blondie. But you do you. I whatever. You guys. Oh, should we do the live version, or I actually don't even see a non-live version. All right, we're just doing the live version. Not prog, jazz. Prog. Oh, let's listen. Yeah, that really doesn't sound like Prog enough for me. Michael, sorry. Michael or Michelle? I can never spell it. Whatever. Not Prog. Not Prog. I'll have to go with the group chat on that one. All right. Let's keep going. Next song. We've got all right. The Barbarian by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. There's a lot of Emerson, Lake and Palmer on this list. Rich Wrath 26 says, it is just about the best opening track on a debut album in rock history, humbly submitted for your delight. Whew. All right, let's do it. Oh. I've never heard a bass sound that good. Turn that up. This is Prog. Yes, I know this is Prog. This is to help with your sitaration. Thank you, Gretchen, for the super chat. Appreciate it. This is a meaty track. Agreed. Dynamics. This is so fun. That's insane. This is Prog at its proggiest. It's so good. This really is only 3 dudes. This is annoyingly prog. It's about as prog as it gets. Wow. That was insane. Actually, technically, this is symphonic prog. You guys are the worst. Stop. Just prog is prog, and prog is prog. It's all that matters. All right. 1 being it's the worst prog song you've ever heard. 11 being Spinal Tap, greatest thing you've ever heard. What are we throwing at it? What are we throwing at it? I would dare to say that's about as 11 as it gets. The only thing... Actually, I loved everything about that. From the intro to like that massive fuzz bass, then it goes into that like keyboard jazz thing. Whew, man. 11 out of 11 for me. That was really cool. Can I interrupt this regularly scheduled program for my favorite prog song? Actually, I have a couple different prog songs. Shoot. Can we do a Dream Theater Dance of Eternity? I know it's not, the problem is it's not part of this era, but it is my favorite prog song, and it's insane. So we're going to listen to it. The bass reminded me of this. How, like, it just opens with a massive bass. Prog metal guys. My dad showed this to me when I was probably 14 or 15 years old. Changed my life. Limiting myself to my own format. I know, but I'm I'm in my 20s. It works. I didn't put my request into a Google Sheet. You guys are the worst. Oh my God. I haven't listened to this in a while. Isaac does what Isaac wants. Thank you. Somebody gets it. I'm just gonna play it until it gets to the ragtime section, which is the funniest thing to me. Because Isaac, thank you. That just goes for another 3 minutes of just mind-melting stuff. Oh gosh, that's so fun. It's just some of the most ridiculous music on the planet. All right, 1 being worst prog song you've ever heard, 11 being the greatest. Throw it in the chat. What do you think? In my opinion, it's just one of my favorite prog songs. The grooves are so good. And my favorite thing ever is this video where Portnoy ends up leaving the band and they need to find a new drummer who can play that kind of stuff. And so they're like testing out people, and this is the song they're testing people on, and it's just nutty. Anyway, oh my gosh. There's a lot of people who want Frank Zappa on this. That's crazy. All right. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I say we tackle the next 4 for Ragtime. Guys, 10 out of 10 for Ragtime. I love Dream Theater, but they have no hooks. I felt like that song had a lot of hooks. I get hooked anyway. It was a bit Zappa-ish. If Zappa went metal, it sounds something like that. Though I've only listened to a few Frank Zappa songs, so I guess I can't say anything. All right, up next, Cecilia by Czar. Giorgio Quattrocento says, the second track off of one of my favorite prog albums. It is the only album of this UK band from 1970. I enjoy their soaring vocals and their use of the mellotron. All right, bringing it back. Their music to me brings to mind imagery of large fields and landscapes, and it has the vibe of you being a great warrior or adventurer in a fantasy story. Holy cow, coming in with the backstory and the setting and everything. I discovered this album on Discogs through the combined tags of psychedelic and progressive rock, 2 of my favorite genres. I chose this track because the harpsichord really stands out for me. Okay, interesting. It was made of hooks. Yes, it was. I agree. All right. Interesting. I've never heard of Tsar. Let's do this. Wait, but this is 2005. Oh no. It's probably just uploaded. Two North, I missed your super chat. I'm so sorry. Is it back up here? Yeah, it looks like it disappeared. Throw in the chat with your 3 asterisks again, and I'll respond. Oh, we got vocals. No new song requests. Requests were submitted via Google Forms prior to the show. That is right. Listen to the group chat. Ben Max says, hey, this is Giorgio. Oh, this is your song pick. Okay, cool. The CD liner notes that Cecilia got to be recorded on 8-track because the studio had just upgraded. The track could fit all those instruments at once. The rest of the album was on 4-track. Yeah, it sounds really good. 1970, like after late 1960s, 1970, people started upgrading to the 8-track, and music got way higher in fidelity because it could just fit more Turnout said, I really don't understand today's need to categorize. Back then we listened to everything because the radio stations played everything. I can agree with that. I can get behind everything. But it is fun to categorize. Oh my gosh. Hold up. King Sethos. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you so much for playing my song in the pre-show. Much love. Here's the sitar fun. By the way, this is not payola. Paolo? I don't know what that means. $200 super chat. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I can't. That's insane. Thank you. Thank you. Much love. I actually really liked your song. It's like the production was really good. I'm glad we got to play it. All right. We are 3 minutes in. Oh my gosh, $200. That's insane. Guys, we have $700 in chat revenue for this thing. We now have a sitar fund. I can't believe you guys pulled that off. Oh my gosh. I was looking at about $600 for a decent sitar. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Okay, payola is a bribe or payoff. Okay, great. Oh, April Kurtz, welcome to the group chat. Oh my gosh. All right. Vote to end the song. Next song. Wow. You can buy sitars. No. We have, if this chat makes enough, we're also going to get congas. Yes, overflow goes to the conga fund. Ooh, wait, it's just getting interesting, guys. All right, voted yes to end. Next song, and a loop. But it's getting good, though. Hold on, I just want to listen to this. It's my stream, I can do whatever I want. Overflow to Mellotron fun, too. All right. Okay, this song is interesting. I would give it a 6 out of 10, 5 or 6 out of 10. I like where it was going, and I bet if we got to listen to the rest of it, it would get better and better. You can supersede the chat. Oh, don't you know I know that? I am in charge here. There goes democracy. There was never democracy. This is what I want to do. I'm just kidding. All right. Chill out, Isaac. Okay, how do you not know payola when you just got a sitar? Oh, don't forget the pillow. I got to get the cool pillow so we can all sit around the floor with my friends and play like Eastern sounding music. Get a good cushion at World Market, something colorful and embroidered. I will. All right. Yeah, a lot of 5, 6s, and 7s in the chat. But Karchman, welcome to the group chat. It's good to have you. Okay. I need to give my ears a rest. I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to happen. When I listen to prog rock, like I can listen to about, on my own, I'll like listen to some of my favorite prog rock, 1 or 2 songs max. When I get past that, my brain starts to melt and I start to get fatigued and things start getting difficult. You might want to try a high pass filter so that when you bump, it doesn't make the... Yes, actually, that's a good point. I will do that literally right now. That should already... Oop, not mute. Filters. 3-band equalizers. Let's add a... Do we not have a... I guess I could throw a VST plugin there. Let's see what VST plugin. All right. Yeah, sorry guys. Literally just getting distracted with like plugins and stuff on my... I'm trying to find a good plugin to cut out some of the low end. Enhanced EQ. Why isn't it showing up? This is being annoying. Whatever. Sorry, you're just gonna have to... I'll like lower the low end a little bit. A high pass filter basically means that all the high end, it's an effect that you put on it's an EQ effect. all the high end passes through, but the low end gets taken out. That's why it's called a high pass filter. You can also have low pass filters, which means all the low end gets taken out. But I can't seem to find a good option on my software. Oh my goodness. What are you guys arguing? Electric Light Orchestra is not Prog? Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Probably not, actually, now that it's more like, but it is rock, and it is somewhat progressive from what I listen to it. I don't know. You guys can fight over the comments for that one. Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. You guys ready for the next one? Talking Heads Psycho Killer. It's a fun tune and is very hard to Happy Photo Shooter says it's a fun tune and is very hard to stop in the head. It has been used in several movies, and the last I remember is Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. Thanks. It takes me back to being in the Marine Corps and friends that loved this group and friends I made during my time in the Corps. The 70s were crazy times. Well, thank you for serving, and let's do some Talking Heads. We haven't done Talking Heads on the channel yet, actually. I do know who Talking Heads are, actually, because they some of the most fascinating music. Is this Prog? Is this Prog? I don't feel like I could think of Talking Heads as Prog. It's a good song, though. I like this.
I can't seem to face up to the fight.
I'm going to say that this is not prog enough for this stream. Just going to have to say it. In the 70s, there were two genres, AM and FM. That's great. All right, sorry. Who was Happy Photo Shooters? This was just not prog enough, but thank you for the suggestion. And we're going to do some Talking Head videos here for sure. Let's go to... Supertramp. Is Supertramp prog? Is Supertramp prog? Because Melissa in Arcadia says Supertramp's full overture from Even in the Quietest Moments, because it's not as common as the ones I'm expecting to hear, and Supertramp doesn't make my ears bleed. Is Supertramp... I mean... No, there's one person says yes. Yes, Supertramp, yes. Early Supertramp is. Okay. Yes, they are. Even in the Quietest Moments. Oh, here we go. Danshin, welcome to the group chat. It's great to have you. Supertramp is poppy prog. That works. Oh, sorry, Mukib, I missed your super chat. Regarding Sparks, please do the full album Kimono at my house. They are very influential and described as your favorite band's favorite band. Promises a lot of fun. Cool. I'll add that to the list. Thank you. Ooh. I gotta turn this up. It's a really nicely recorded piano. Excited for where this is gonna go.
fight on the seas and oceans. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
Is that Winston Churchill?
We shall never surrender.
Oh, it is. I totally guessed that. That's insane. That is one sexy synth sound. What the heck? Gosh, that's good. Oh my gosh. Okay, just gotta pause for this. I was just over here minding my business and chilling, and I heard there was a sitar fun going on, so I had to pop on in. Rest in peace to the greatest Prog, greatest drummer of all time, who died on this day 6 years ago. Sorry I had to say it. He the man. Wait, who died 6 years ago? Thank you for the $50 super chat, Julie. Really appreciate it. We are going to get one heck of a sitar and maybe some congas to go with it. Yeah, we got to know who the heck the drummer died now, who from 6 years ago. Oh my gosh, Eunice. Guys, you have to stop. Okay, I'm turning off. I don't know how to turn off super chats. You guys need. I'm down for sitar fun too. Unicycle, you're amazing. You guys need to stop though. We're good. Sitar has been funded. Sitar has been funded. We are at $871. That's amazing. Neil Peart? Oh. Okay, we gotta listen to the song. We gotta stop talking. We gotta listen to the song. This is really cool. Gold-plated sitar on Amazon for $12,000. Sitar and congas funded. I'm surprised you guys are calling this Prog sitars for all my friends. That's hilarious.
History recalls how great the fall could
But it's like, I wouldn't call this Prog from my narrow knowledge of what it is. Prog rock anyway.
Born on the wings of time.
Congas, Mellotron, Gamalion, whatever. Thanks, Crystal.
So easy to find.
Oh.
Too late. The prophets cry. The island's sinking. Let's take to the sky.
You now have extra to buy the kazoo you always wanted. Sorry, that killed me. I love that.
Stripped him of his pride. Oh, everyone was laughing until the day he died. Although the wound
Poor man's
went
Pink Floyd.
deep,
Oh, I don't know about that.
still he's calling us out of our sleep, my friends. We're not alone. He waits in silence to lead us all home. So you tell me that you find it hard to grow.
All right, we're gonna vote to end it, but I'm really enjoying this song.
I know. And you tell me that you've many seeds to sow. Well, I know.
It's a really well-recorded song. I wouldn't call this prog rock, though. All right, that's a vote to end it. Oh, and it's just getting good, too. I wouldn't call that prog rock, but it was a really good song. I enjoyed the heck out of that. I would say maybe a 4 for progness, but probably a 7 for just music in general. It's rock. I don't even call that. I don't know. I like the song. I like the song. Is that enough? I liked it. Okay. Oh, what are you guys ranking? I see a 9, 10, and 8, and a 2. Prog is too general. It's music. It's music. All right. Oh, this is an interesting one. Ocean Gypsy by Renaissance from 1975. Fritz de Cat says, there aren't many female lead vocalists in prog. The 5-octave vocal range of Annie Haslam has no peer. Fascinating. Female vocalist prog rock. Very interesting. Sorry, I do apologize for like my bassy microphone. I just set up this new table and it like makes my microphone go crazy. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's do it. Pretty soon you can get maracas and congas to go with the sitar. Thank you, VJK Dean.
Inside a day and find her soul to find their fears allayed.
Ooh.
Tried to make her love their own. They took her love, they left her there. They gave her nothing back that she would want to own. Gold and silver rings and stones dances slowly off the moon. No one else can know she stands alone.
Some pretty melodies.
Sleeping dreams will reach for her. She cannot say the words they need. She knows she's alone and she is free. Ocean gypsy of the moon, the sun has made
gosh.
1,000 nights for you to hold.
Some really interesting like vocal melody stuff.
Ocean gypsy, where are you? The shadows followed by the stars have turned to gold, turned to gold.
Is this prog though? I don't think this sounds prog at all. But I'm enjoying the heck out of this song, so I kinda don't want to skip it.
Then she met a hollow soul, filled him with her light and was consoled. She was the moon and he the sun.
See, I wouldn't call this prog. For one, it's good. For two, there's no guy in a wizard hat playing unnecessary moog. Oh, that's funny.
Eyes were blinded with
We can vote to skip.
The sun she gave reflected back the night. Moon was waning almost out of sight. Softly ocean gypsy.
Is soft prog rock a thing?
The stars were wild. They smile sadly for her where she falls. Just the time before the dawn. The sea is hushed, the ocean calls her. Day has taken her, and now she's gone. Ocean gypsy of the moon.
It's a great chorus.
Sun has made a vow.
I would say if people are saying that this band is prog, and I bet they do have more prog-like songs, but I feel like this song is not necessarily the most prog of songs, so we're gonna stop it right there. But it's a gorgeous song, gorgeous symphonic prog. Yes, sure, we can call it symphonic fog, symphonic prog, but. We are really focusing on prog rock for this, but it is that song definitely gave my ears a break. I think we all needed a little bit of that. I was not enjoying the lyrics. I didn't even pay attention to the lyrics. Is it like creepy? I don't know. Just about things turning to gold and gypsies and dancing slowly off the moon. It's fun. Frog, folk prog. Folk prog. That would be a thing. All right, 1 being worst song you ever heard, 10 being the best song you ever heard. What are we thinking? I would give that, as a song, probably a 6 or a 7. Probably a 6 or a 7. A little bit boring. It's fantasy music. I agree, I'm Soto 55. Fantasy music is perfectly sums up that song. All right, you guys ready for some Jethro Tull? Flying Monkey 54 says, Ladies by Jethro Tull. Tull is one of my 3 or 4 favorite bands at the era. While I love their more bombastic songs, Ladies is one of Ian Anderson's more beautiful, mostly acoustic pieces, yet with interesting dynamics and instrumental invention that was Tull's hallmark. All right. Is Jethro Tull folk prog? Probably. Ooh. No one tolls like Jethro Tull. Cam, I'll see you in the next video. Signing off here, Isaac. Got to cook some dinner for me and the wife. We're all going to Cam's house for dinner, guys.
With their eyes on the
Flute
back roads, all looking for strangers to whom they extend welcomes with a smile and a glimpse of pink knees
I
and
like that.
elbows of satin and velvet.
I love the instrumentation.
Good ladies, good fortune.
Dude's not tolling around. This is great. Not prog. This is absolutely prog.
They sing of their heroes, of solitary soldiers,
Definitely frog rock.
invested in good health and manner most charming, whose favors unnumbered.
Toll is not prog, but it's pretty cool. Have you heard Thick as a Brick? That's about as prog. I mean, it's not traditional prog, but it's absolutely prog.
By those ladies who bless them.
Those strings. What is this? This is as prog rock gets right here. And then it fades out. It goes into that just to fade out. Wow. That was fascinating. What a gorgeous song, by the way. Thank you, Flying Monkey 54. All right, 1 being worst song you've ever heard in your life, 10 being the best song. What are we ranking it? Can prog feature... I said frog again. Can prog feature hand claps? Absolutely. I don't think that was actually hand claps. I think those were... what do you call those two wooden things that clap together? I think it was one of those. I would give that an 8 out of 10 for prog rock. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Toll is a fascinating, one of the most fascinating artists. Ian is the artist, but then like just as a band, one of the most fascinating, interesting, just out of the box bands ever. It's so different. So completely different. Unicycle says, my least favorite Toll album. This song is okay. Toll is prog depending on the track. This maybe came close to Canterbury rock, but not prog. The song is definitely not like full-on prog rock. But Toll is just absolutely prog. There's no doubt about Toll being prog. Absolutely no question. All right. Are you guys ready for our next song? Supper's Ready. Supper's Ready by Genesis. This will actually be the first Genesis song we've listened to. I really like Genesis. From the few songs that I've heard from Genesis growing up, my dad is a big fan of Phil Collins. I almost forgot it. My dad was a big fan of Phil Collins, and so obviously drummer and vocalist for Genesis. So we've listened to a few Genesis songs growing up. Oh my gosh, it's 23 minutes. Ooh. All right.
Walking across the sitting room, I turn the telly.
Oh, sorry. Tricia Gorman says, to me, it's the epitome of what makes prog rock. Multiple movements, tempo, and key changes galore. Plus, it highlights each band's members' range, talent, and versatility, especially Phil Collins' drumming. Thank you for the recommendation. Let's do this.
Sitting beside you, I look into your eyes as the sound of motor cars fades in the nighttime. I swear I saw your face change. It didn't seem quite right. And it's hello, babe, with your guardian eyes so blue. Hey, my baby, don't you know?
This is Peter Gabriel's lead singer. Yeah, I assume that. Looks like I won't be sleeping tonight. No Moody Blues or Rush. Don't you worry.
Coming closer with our eyes.
I don't know if
distance falls around our bodies.
Can we do a 23-minute song? We'll vote to end in a little bit, but I want to give this a shot.
Move across the lawn slowly. The seventh walks in front with a cross held high in hand, and it's Your supper's waiting for you.
Prog bullies take over every musical discussion on the internet. Peter Gabriel would dress up as that fox on the album cover on stage. No way. That's insane. I feel like we don't have the attention span to pay attention to the lyrics because this is a very lyrical, heavy song. Vote for next song. Let's just throw that out there because I feel like I can't give attention to it, and it's really a vocal-centered song. So it's up to you guys. What do you want to do? Skip? Skip. Yes or no? What's it going to be? Wow, there's some contention. Some contention. All right, we're going to go for a skip on this one. I will definitely do a Genesis video soon. But right now we'll just have to, what happened to top 70s? I don't know. But let's go to the next song. No way. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Time by Phil Keaggy. How the West Was Won version. There's no way you guys are picking a Phil Keaggy song. So Phil Keaggy, it's a whole story with Phil Keaggy. Phil Keaggy is a Christian guitarist. He's also considered one of the best guitarists in the world in his time. I've actually been to a Phil Keaggy concert. He's one of my dad's favorite guitarists and just artists in general growing up. So this is kind of crazy. I've listened to a lot of Phil Keaggy music. I'm not sure I know Time, but we're going to tackle this. Phil Keaggy is my favorite guitar player. The versatility and different sonic tones he achieves are amazing. The bridge and solos with time changes and alternating organ guitar are rock fusion jazz. Quite complex. The song is a bit long, so you can fast forward to the solo after amazing. That's fascinating that someone would pick a Phil Keaggy song because he's not like huge. He's very niche. That's amazing. But is he prog? He's Christian prog. We'll call it that. It sounds proggy to me. Holy prog. I do like the contrast of the guitar and the organ there.
No one is able to turn him off except the Lord who holds a key. When the Lord stops it, that'll be it. Too late for apologies. Too late to forgive your brother. Too late to get on your knees. When the Lord stops it, that'll be it. Too late to help.
I don't know if it's proggy yet.
And worst of all, too late to try
Holy
to
prog is
waste
hilarious. Agreed.
His name is Time, and he's coming to an
This
end.
is what uncool people think rock music is. Agree to disagree. I don't think this is proggy enough though.
His name is Time, and he's coming to an end.
I want to get to a soul. Like, hold on.
Face eternity.
When was this album done? This is 1991. Yeah, Phil Keaggy was later. So it's not really prog, I don't think. And it's also very much so outside of our thing. Is it mid 70s? Oh, is this a remaster? It might be. Oh, it's like a collector's edition, whatever. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and... I think you just invented a new genre, holy prog. I love it. This is more of like a... I feel like this is more rock. I love Phil Keaggy, incredible artist. Gonna have to throw a skip over there. But let's keep going. I, Robot by the Alan Parsons Project. Sam Noir says, legendary 70s producer Alan Parsons helped engineer Abbey Road and produce Dark Side of the Moon and created his own series of concept albums with composer Eric Wolfson. They would regularly include 2 to 3 breakout instrumentals for each album. To a kid in the late 70s, this was the sound of the future. Is this prog? Is Alan Parsons Project prog? I've heard it. You guys have been recommending the Alan Parsons Project for a long time, actually, pretty much from the beginning. So let's do this. I guess, yes, it's prog. Okay. This is really quiet. I have a feeling it's gonna wall me. This turned up so loud. Alan Parsons was a sound engineer for Abbey Road. I'm so excited to get down. Concept album. Sweet. I love concept albums. He did Dark Side of the Moon. This sounds very Dark Side of the Moon. The progression of this song. The progression of this song is really cool. Not the chord progression, but just like the flow of it. Funky electronic space prog. just reading some of your comments that I'm not going to read out loud, but I'm laughing. It's I don't know if we can call this prog though. Can we call this prog rock? This specific song? Maybe Alan Parsons' project is prog. Oh, it's so rude. Alright guys, 1 being best prog rock you've ever heard, 1 being the worst prog rock you've ever heard, 10 being, the prog argument is insane, 10 being the best song. What is it going to be? The album itself may be a prog rock album, but I don't feel like the song itself was, and that's all I'm going to say about that. However, just somebody recommended Thick as a Brick by Jethro Tull as a song. That's hilarious. I love that. Some mixed thoughts. I would agree that I would say as a song I think it was a 6 or a 7. It's got funk, it's got groove, but as a prog, I just don't think we can call it prog, in my opinion. But that was all I was gonna say about that. Hold on, I'm just trying to pull up our next thing. Let's do. The song is Prog, made by a British dude in the 70s who pushed things beyond rock. All right. We can all agree to disagree. All right. I'm going to have to, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. We're going to call it one more song. And I think let's just do this. Linda Ward says, I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band by the Moody Blues. I've been a Moody Blues fan since 1972. The songs always explain the Moody Blues is not a cult. It's just a rock and roll, and they will always have my heart. Does this count as prog? Is Moody Blues prog? I don't know anything about Moody Blues. Can we agree that not all prog is necessarily rock? Yes, we can agree on that. But this is a prog rock stream specifically. So, yeah. But I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. Can we call that prog? No. Yes. Not prog. Moody Blues invented prog. Pre-prog? Oh my gosh. Is there a Rush song? You guys all want to do a Rush song. I think I saw I don't know. People are saying mostly no, this is not prog. Okay. I saw La Villa Strangiato by Rush, which is by B.S. Legg, says, the pinnacle of prog rock. The song was so complex and taxing even for Rush. Oh, shoot. Also widely considered to be the hardest Neil Peart drum part. The group spent 4 days and nights playing it repeatedly, trying to get a perfect take, but at the end, after north of 40 takes, they end up splicing together a few takes to make the song. Holy cow. I think we're going to have to do that. If it's so complicated that Neil Peart and Rush together took 40 takes to try and get it right, that might be the song to go for. You guys down with that? La Villa Strangiato. I say we run that. Let's do it. Last song of the stream, my friends. Last song of the stream. I do love a classical guitar. Ooh. This is 1978 for those who are wondering. If you don't say Peart, Rush fans will camp outside your house and be passive aggressive. All right, Peart. I like songs that take a little while to get going like this. Oh, it's getting loud. Sorry, guys. That got way loud, sorry. Anybody who says this is not prog rock, I don't know what to tell you. It's a really fast-paced song. I don't... Very cool. Here's $2. I felt the need to be highlighted. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Ooh. This is good. Wow, this is good. Seven time signature is fantastic. It's really off kilter, but it's so good. good. Furry World, much fun tonight. I agree, this has been a lot of fun. At first I thought this was another not Prog, but boy was I wrong. This is a good one. Such a great guitar tone. Yeah, this is definitely prog enough for everyone, I think. The only thing prog fans love more than bad music is arguing about what prog is. This is unarguably prog, though. Super technical, yeah. Whoa. Oh gosh, it goes straight into Fool in the Rain. Sorry, okay, just had to get that groove back in my brain. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that was that was insanely fun. That was insanely fun. The music of prog rock is some of the most fascinating technical stuff I've just ever heard. It's insane. The talent that these musicians have blow my dang brain out. It's so crazy. I'm not a great musician. I'm a good composer. I'm good at creating music, but actually playing the music, it takes a lot out of me to really get the perfect take. And I get there. I get the perfect take for the songs that I produce. I play a lot of the instruments on my music. Oh yeah, 11 out of 10 for sure. Sorry, I forgot to rank the song. 1 being the worst song you've ever heard, 10 being the best. Obviously, that's a Spinal Tap 11 right there. I'm glad we ended on a real prog rock song. That was absolutely fascinating. Holy cow. Guys, I can't believe we got to, oh gosh, where's my stream? Okay. $906 super chats from you guys. I can't believe that. You all are so incredible. I have the greatest I have the greatest group chat ever. We're going to buy a sitar and I'm going to make a video. Oh my gosh, nice job getting Isaac Prog giddy. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This has been really fun. Isaac, please play Question by Moody Blues so I can sleep. They invented Prog. We're going to do another Prog stream. I'm sure, because there's so much to get to. We'll definitely revisit it. I really appreciate you guys. I will, Saturday, we're tackling one of the biggest albums ever made, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. So I hope to see you there, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the next stream. Great job, everybody. Thank you all for your recommendations and being part of this stream. It's been incredible. And I'm so excited